Hi guys, welcome to some more Real Talk Dog Talk. I'm Tori.
And I'm Barb.
For those of you who haven't joined us before, if you have any questions or comments, you can email us at realtalkdogtalk@yahoo.com.
And if you are a regular listener and or emailer, we love getting those emails. Keep them coming in. They give us some great ideas for our episodes.
Yeah, they do.
All right, we're going to get right to it today. It is the day for CPR and first aid for your pets.
Very important topic.
It really is, and I think it's something that people don't really think about. I don't think they think about it for people either. You just don't, foresee emergencies, so you just don't get certified.
Right. It's a panicky situation, and I mean, I guess I have a kid, and I guess I wouldn't have thought, oh, I should probably get certified for CPR, but,
You are certifiable.
I am certifiable one way or another. That's for sure.
It's actually a super good idea. I mean, you never really anticipate the problems. I mean, a dog could get hit by a car.
Mm-hmm.
They could choke on
anything.
Chicken liver, which is what happened at my house. I told you about Della doing the choking, and I panicked.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what to do. So, they can choke, they can cut themselves on fencing.
I mean, well, and especially out on the farm, who even knows?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many, I could imagine there could be incidents with livestock involving a dog. There's heavy hay bales around. I mean, you name it.
Yep, there's a lot of things that can happen that you just don't really think of. Actually, Yazi, when he was a younger dog, got a hold of my blood thinner.
Oh, I remember that.
And I did know what to do about that because I had dealt with a similar incident. But, you just don't know what a dog might get into or what might actually happen to them as far as like an injury goes. So it's really great to be prepared. And, I always talk about being preventative with your training, your handling, and now even your emergency situations.
Well, and I made a list.
Yay.
I know. We love lists here, okay? But just some things to even look for, like, in an emergency situation. Like, if your dog has pale gums, rapid breathing, weak or elevated pulse, change in body temperature, trouble standing, loss of consciousness, obviously.
That one would be kind of a
dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Excessive bleeding, also pretty obvious.
Yes.
And then uncharacteristic aggressive behaviors. So those are some things to kind of pay attention to.
Well, the aggressive behavior is something that, regardless of what the emergency is, it's very good to be aware that dogs, when they're in pain, frequently do act out. They snap or, growl, that sort of thing. So always be cautious when you're approaching an injured or sick dog.
Right.
That they could kind of come at you in a bad way. That's not to say the dog is aggressive. That's actually because they're injured.
Right. Which I did, looking through this stuff, that was a point that was made a couple different times. When you're going to do any of this stuff, CPR, first aid, whatever, you always want to be cautious, like you said.
Yeah.
So that was brought up a couple times.
Right. I did, should you get certified? Of course, you don't have to.
Right.
Is it a good idea? Yes, it is a good idea. And, I found one online training that, I don't know if we should mention names here, but it was only $50 and less than a 2-hour training.
Oh.
So, it's not expensive. $50 is nothing to sneeze at.
Right.
But it's really, for the cost and the time you put into it, it's really not a big deal.
Well, and if it can save your pet, I mean, I'm all about that.
Or a massive vet bill.
Exactly. That can add up real fast.
Yeah. So, I mean, it might be worth the money. I personally think it is worth the money.
Yeah.
And I suppose if you did enough Googling, you might be able to find a free certification.
You probably could somewhere, and they always like to do you get through part of it and then it's like, oh, well, if you'd like to continue.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Those make me mad.
Yeah.
Oh, so mad. Anyhow, but so there's tons of online certifications. One that I actually did kind of dip into. I didn't look at the cost of it, so sorry on that. But is the Pet Sitter International, or PSI.
Okay.
And they actually, I kind of had to Google some things within this because they have first aid and CPCR training.
Oh.
What is CPCR?
Yeah, what is it?
Cardiopulmonary cerebral. Thank you.
Yes.
Resuscitation. And they also have bird first aid and care.
Oh.
And rabbit and pocket pet first aid and care. Now, I had to look at what a pocket pet was.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
I don't know.
I wasn't 100% sure. Hamster jumped into my head right away.
Yeah.
But there's more than just the hamster.
Well, I thought literal, like the dogs they carry instead.
Well, these are pocket pets. You do keep them in. Anyhow, it's a sugar glider.
Okay.
Gerbil or hamster.
Okay.
Guinea pigs. Hedgehogs and chinchillas.
Okay.
They also have mice on here. I personally protest that one because mice to me are not pets.
Well, and I'm going to offend some people. I think it's nasty.
Yeah.
Sorry, but that's ick.
Yeah, that is disgusting. So they have kind of a interesting range of, CPR certification. I thought that was crazy that they had so much. And to be very honest, I didn't even think about birds. Isn't that awful?
Well, I wouldn't have thought of it. I mean, I don't.
Then we're awful.
Yeah, I mean, a bird. Which I have this girl who I'm friends with on Facebook. We used to work together years ago, and she has a bird, and he just had to have surgery on his foot and stuff. And I'm thinking, man, that bird really is racking up some bills for that girl.
Well, I'm sure she loves it.
She does. Yeah.
Now, just so you all know out there, Enzo is snoring in the background.
Yeah, sorry about that.
We're doing Thanksgiving tomorrow, and he is just exhausted. He's been cleaning house all day.
He can't handle it, okay? No. He's literally sawing, can you hear it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, there it is.
Tired.
Yeah. Shoot.
That's a rough life.
I know. Oh.
But anyhow, just felt like I had to clarify that so no one thought our stomachs were growling here.
It's the dog.
Yeah. Also, things that can happen, that you don't anticipate, getting hit by cars and, like an injury to a leg. Mm-hmm. It is important to know how to wrap the leg so you don't cut off too much circulation.
Yeah.
And with getting hit by a car, it could be an injury that you can't see, like to the head or, internal bleeding of some sort.
Yeah.
Those you really can't, take care of at home, but you do want to, anytime a dog gets hurt, you want to consult your vet, in case there's some underlying issue that you just can't see. But, the thing about knowing first aid is sometimes if you can, get bleeding under control or, wrap a leg that maybe broke to kind of give it some support or splint it or... So handling the emergency in immediate and timely manner right off the bat just makes it go faster when they can get in for emergency services with the doctor.
Right. Yep. They don't have to take the time to get all that extra stuff.
Yeah. And also, I think it gives your pets a better chance. If it's a serious injury, you could be saving their life by acting quickly.
Right.
Or just not letting the injury, progress or get any worse.
Right.
If it's dealt with, at the time.
Well, and even just something as like transporting them safely and correctly to the vet also,
Yeah. Well, we always learn with people that you shouldn't move them if there's any kind of back injury, let the ambulance people take care of them. Mm-hmm. Well, it's the same for dogs. You want to make sure to handle them and move them in the proper manner so it doesn't, make things worse.
Right, exactly. Which my mind, it goes to, if a person's in an accident or something, you don't want to be, which I'm not an EMT or a doctor either, but,
well, yeah, and, too, we don't want to give out medical advice. We only want to encourage people to possibly, and if you don't want to get certified, why can't you watch a little YouTube and learn some first aid care?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be official if it's just for your own pets. It's just a really good idea to know what to do. I was reading one thing on, let's see, what was I think they were doing chest compressions they were referring to.
Oh.
And they were saying that, it's not just what you're doing as far as chest compressions, but the order in which you do each step is different from a dog to a person.
Because they are kind of similar.
They're very similar, but let's see, I'm trying to remember what the example was, but I think it was with people, with dogs, actually, you clear the mouth first.
Yep.
And then you go on to chest compressions, where they were saying you do the chest compressions and then clear the mouth.
Oh, okay.
So something as simple as that, you really don't think is a big deal. It's just a matter of learning the right process for doing it. And, I honestly did not know that. So, if I had a dog in distress, I'd probably just think it was okay to do what I would for a person.
That would be my first thought as well. And, I did write down how to do the Heimlich maneuver on dogs as well.
Oh.
Which is not really, it's kind of the same, just we're built different than dogs, so I guess. But you just make sure the airway is clear, place your hands on either side of the rib cage and apply pressure. Mm-hmm. Similar to what you would do the person, too. Mm-hmm. But
I'm pretty sure, I've told in the past the story about Della choking. I've mentioned it already. Mm-hmm. But the one thing I found was, she is a Shiba Inu.
Yes.
And she was not compliant. She was a bit of a struggle to get, I was trying to get her top of her body down so gravity could work with me.
Right.
And she was fighting me the whole way. She was holding her head up. I'm thinking, you're choking, put your head down, let me do this. And she was like flailing around like a lunatic. And so, animals don't get that you're trying to help them.
Yeah. Help me help you. Help me help you.
Yeah.
So
that's something to think about. It's always... Everybody makes it, sound so easy. Oh, you just do this, and you just do this, and you just do this. Yeah, if you're working with a dummy dog.
Yeah.
But if you're doing a real dog, they are going to be a little bit resistant because they don't know why you're bothering them when they're in distress.
Right. They're confused. They don't know what's going on.
And they're probably panicking, too.
Yeah, everybody's panicking.
Some dogs panic. I did panic when Della was choking. I had never had that happen. But too, if you're responsible for other people's dogs, if you're a pet, like a dog walker, if you're a pet sitter, there's a lot of different situations where it's not a bad idea to, learn some CPR. And like I said, if you're just doing it for your own good, for your home, watch some YouTube videos.
Right, exactly. Which, in my opinion, if you're working at like a kennel or, which maybe they already do this, I don't know. But like even like a rescue league, anything like that, they should, anyone that works there should just have that done.
Well, I think some do require it, and they will even advertise that they are, trained in those areas. I think that's really great to hear, because then you just know if your dog gets in distress, that the staff can handle it.
Right.
It's same for healthcare. Obviously they have to be trained for, CPR with people. And, it's just when you are responsible for a life, whether it be two-legged or four,
Right.
you really need to be prepared. And I think some of those boarding kennels and things like that do automatically train their staff.
Which I think that's... Bleh. I think that's an excellent thing, which I wouldn't have thought of doing, paying attention to that. But we don't really board our dogs; we just kind of take care of each other's dogs.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't send my kid to a daycare that wasn't, certified in that or able to handle emergency situations either. So,
well, when I was looking on the internet, one thing I found is that you can purchase, first aid kits through Amazon or Chewy or different places just sell them. And, I think that's great if you want to do that route. I'm cheap.
Same. Yeah.
So it's actually just as, it could be even cheaper to just buy your own items and put into a special toolbox or, have it located in a drawer in the kitchen or something to that effect.
Yeah.
But I did make a list of some things that they suggest having.
Okay.
In.
Well, and there's, I think, too, if you make your own, you can also kind of specify it to your pet, dog, whatever, if there's,
Well, specify, maybe the ones that you purchase are for Chihuahuas.
Right.
And you have, some massive dog, Great Dane or English Mastiff or something.
Yeah.
And the gauze goes around their foot one time.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you buy your own stuff, you're right. You can get what you need for the dogs that you have.
Yeah.
But one thing it said 17 items and there aren't 17 items here.
Liars.
So, sorry about that.
Liars.
But one thing that they said right off the bat, and I thought it was a really good idea, and I wouldn't have thought it, but phone numbers.
Oh, yeah.
For your vet, or if in your area you have an emergency hospital, that is excellent idea.
Yeah.
Most people have their numbers in their phones now that the world has cell phones, but you don't always, if an emergency happens, who says you got your cell phone with you? You might have to borrow someone else's and you don't have a number.
Right.
So phone numbers are an excellent idea to have in there so you can have quick access to anybody you might need to contact, hospital or vet clinic.
Yeah.
Another thing it said was a leash and a collar.
Oh, well, yeah.
And I live in the country. None of my dogs wear collars because I always think about, like, if they jump over a fence, they could get hung up on that and choke.
Right.
If we go somewhere, they have a leash and a collar on. But if they were to have an emergency at home, mine would not have one on.
Right.
So that's a good idea, too.
Have that handy. I would not have thought of that, actually.
Yeah.
I mean...
Well, I have right outside my gate.
Yeah.
I have, it's actually for plants.
Yeah.
It's a wrought iron hook, and I have leashes hanging there. I have horse leads. I have halters for horses. Because anytime something happens out of the ordinary, like, I don't know, a horse running away.
Right.
Or a dog, Ziggy's the only one that takes off.
He's an escape artist.
I don't have to run in the house and open the drawer and get this out and get that and go over here and grab they're all right out there. I can grab it and run. So, having a emergency leash is a really good idea.
Yeah, it is.
They suggest gauze pads, syringes. Now, I'm seeing a face over there. Tori's making a wrinkly face. Sometimes you can use a syringe to, like, clean a wound. Oh. Like, pull, spray some peroxide into the wound, or just clean water if there's dirt in a wound.
Okay.
I don't know what they're thinking, but that was the first thought I had, is you could use it to clean a wound.
Yeah.
Also, if a dog ingests some poison, I don't want to give advice.
Right.
But I'll just say that when Yazzie ate the blood thinner, I gave him some peroxide to help him throw up.
Yeah.
So we used a large syringe full of peroxide and just kind of forced him to take it in so he could throw it back up.
Yeah.
So you can use syringes to help induce vomiting.
I think in one of our previous episodes, I had written down in one of the lists, they had said turkey baster for that type of situation.
Oh, yeah. That's an alternative method too. Yeah, that would work. Towels and nonstick bandages. I'm thinking for just stopping bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is for people who are old.
Okay.
It said a magnifying glass.
I forgot my readers.
Yeah. If something happened that I needed to see, I'd be running all over the house trying. Oh, they're in the car.
Dang
I'd
it.
be dashing out to the car. They all end up by my bed because that's where I fall asleep.
Yeah.
Adhesive medical tape, tweezers.
Yeah.
Scissors for cutting the gauze, I'm sure. A flashlight.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that though. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Looking into the wound if something happens at night, I guess.
Yeah. And cotton balls.
Ah, yes.
So those are just some ideas. And then if there's something, you could even keep peroxide and bottled water in there in case you have to rinse a wound or something.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, if you just make your own kit, you can kind of have what you need in there.
Right.
I would myself put a thermometer in there.
Yeah.
There's just a few things that I would come up with on my own that make good sense to me. And that's not going off the internet. That's my own experiences.
I would say Benadryl.
Yeah.
I mean,
that
can be used for a couple different things too. There's
I know Primo Corso Kennels had a post on for Gabby got into some bees this summer.
Yes.
And yes, I had to run to the store to get Benadryl.
Yeah.
So.
Enzo, I'm not, we're really not sure what happened. I think it may have been some weeds that were in my yard that I ended up taking out, but his face was all
puffy
and it was crazy. And I didn't notice it initially. Took me a couple glances at him and I was like, yeah, that's not right. So, plenty of Benadryl. I usually have Benadryl here, but, cause I'm crazy with my medicine cabinet, but
if you need something for a itch, a cough, a sneeze, a fart, constipation, bad skin, dry skin, headache, foot ache, Tori's got it in her medicine cabinet. This girl is...
Hey, you got to be prepared, okay?
I don't even know what to say. It's a little more than prepared, I would have to say.
Maybe slightly excessive, but...
It's excessive for sure. Anyhow, so it's not a bad idea to have Benadryl handy.
Yeah, that's, personal experience on my end for that. So, I always think that's, or even, anti-itch cream and stuff like that even.
Well, I thought it was kind of funny because, when I first started Googling this, it made me chuckle because it said, why should I be certified in CPR for my pets? And the immediate answer is, of course,
yeah,
you could save their life.
Right.
So I thought that was kind of stating the obvious.
Well, and when I was looking it up too, what was it? I think I mentioned it to you, but it was like, one of those, they have the different questions people ask and all that. And, I think one of them was, is it worth it to do CPR on my dog? And I'm thinking, yeah. What kind of pet owner are you?
Yeah.
I mean,
no, just watch him die.
Yeah. You got it. What kind of question is that? Of which, I did write down some statistics on, success rate of CPR.
Yes.
Which is surprisingly low.
Oh, no.
I know. Well, getting them going is one thing, but then sending them home is I guess, where the problem is. It's a 3 to 6% success rate once they leave the vet.
Well, now, I don't think that's a reflection on CPR. I think that's more a reflection on aftercare.
And actually, that's an excellent point because it also said survival rates may be higher depending on the severity of the emergency, whatever happened, condition and quality of care and CPR. So, that is a huge deal. If somebody's doing CPR and they're doing it terribly, you might be causing more damage than you think. Another good reason to get certified so you do know, okay, this is the right way to do it. And my dog will have a better chance of surviving if this is done correctly.
Enzo is moving the desk.
He is.
One of the curses of having large dogs.
Yeah, make yourself comfortable, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But yeah, so I think, and that's something to think about too when you have a sick or injured pet. Everybody in the moment of an emergency, they are like on it, trying to help it, getting them to the vet. They're in this like adrenaline, I don't know, I guess I would say kind of a rush to deal with the emergency at hand. And then once the doctors and, vet techs get things under control, they get them treated, their injury is in a better spot. I think they tend to kind of start to slack a little.
Oh, yeah.
And, I think once that adrenaline rush is kind of gone, they're not quite so on top of things as the dog's better. They're thinking, oh, the doctor saw him, the vet's, sure of this, sure of that. And they just kind of start to let their guard down a little bit and not follow through quite as much as they should.
Right.
And that's when you see a decline in the pet. And that's why, a lot of vets will say, we've got to keep the pet here for 10 days. And of course, everyone's thinking 10 days, what's that going to cost? I can take care of them at home.
Right.
But a lot of times the reason the vets recommend that is so that they have the 24-hour care. So if it's an issue of money or just dedication or time frames, and you feel like you can't leave your pet at the vet for some of that aftercare, just be aware that you have to be committed to following through on all that aftercare so that the pet continues to get better.
Till the end, the vet will probably give you a timeline.
Right.
Go follow through with that whole thing.
And do those follow-up appointments too. Those are important as well. And I know it's an extra expense, it's an extra cost, but if you can't commit to the time and the follow-through, then I think you need to just kind of have that in your head, that is the reason they want to keep them so long. I'm sure some people think, well, what are you going to do with them? We can take care of them at home. Well, maybe you can't.
Well, and the typical person has a job.
Yeah.
So you can't be there all day. Well, their job is to be there all day.
Right. And generally, like if it's an emergency situation and it's a hospital, they generally have a 24-hour staff. So things are monitored and taken care of. This is not to make anyone feel bad for wanting to take care of their own pet at home.
Right.
It's just to kind of make you aware of how important it is that after you do the CPR, after you do the first aid, after they have that medical care, that you do have to do the aftercare and follow through on it.
And again, if you don't, that could be it.
So you can't really say that the success rate of the CPR or first aid is low because there's too many variables with that to just say it's, because of that, there's no good success rate or little success rate, because it's just about how well the whole process is dealt with. And so, there you go with a first aid, CPR, right off the bat, right out of the gate. If you can get things under control and handle it the best you can, that's a jump start in the right direction.
Exactly. Yep. That's getting them set on the right path to heal and make it through that recovery time.
Well, and thinking back through, our lives, we've always had dogs. And I can think of fishing hooks in paws.
Oh.
I can think of peanut butter jars stuck on dog heads.
Yep.
I mean, let's see, what else can I think of that happened? Well, Ivan got kicked in the head by a cow.
Yep. Yes.
He was our Great Pyrenees when you all were young.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, accidents do happen.
They do.
So we fortunately haven't really had anyone hit by cars.
Yeah, thank goodness.
But, it's just a great preventative measure. And I love preventative anything.
Well, it's better to prevent it than even have the problem.
Yeah, then you don't. I mean, that could get back to good fencing and proper training and all that. But honestly, we're just talking about CPR.
Yeah, we're not going to go into all that.
How did it happen? What did you do?
Right. That's too many details. We could go on for days. Okay.
Yeah, just get the CPR training. Watch some videos on it so you know what to do. Actually, though, there are the things like a dog choking. Who thinks about that?
Right.
That happen. Yazzie, he is such a nut. He can't just eat, kibbles at a time.
Mm-hmm.
He gulps it and gulps it and gulps it. And you can see he's struggling.
Yeah.
And then he starts choking and pretty soon he's coughing and you've got a shower of wet kibble shooting at you because he's got to, gobble his food. And so, I mean, you don't really think about dogs choking, but it can happen.
It can. That makes me think of my kid, too, because he takes these massive bites. And, I quit even saying anything to him because he just does it anyway. But, I mean, his cheeks will be full. And I'm like, do you need to take such big bites? And he's pretty sure he does. Mm-hmm. And then he'll start choking, which obviously I'm there in case he really is.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Too big a bite. Well, you don't say. You don't say.
Well, I think him and Yazzie are on the same level there because he, I'll sit and watch him struggle to get more down before he's done choking. It's why dogs do what they do, who knows? Who knows? Keep your fishing hooks up, get a fence around your yard, walk them on a leash. Don't let them just walk without, I mean, there are things you can do to kind of avoid some of that, but
accidents happen, like you said.
Yeah, there's things you just can't even anticipate.
No.
So I did find one. We were looking at what I wanted to know, and we were actually just starting to research it when it was time to start recording.
Yes,
and we were looking to find a. What am I don't know if I'd say accredited, but, a valid training process for this one that actually, is worth something.
Right.
And you came upon the Red Cross.
I did, which I was actually kind of surprised because, the Red Cross is typically for people.
Yeah.
But, while we were talking about it, you also mentioned, too, that, they go everywhere. They take care of all sorts of different disasters, helping with different situations. I think that's great that they have pet courses for that, too.
And you said that was an online actual pet CPR.
Yep. Yeah.
First aid certification.
Yep. And I'm not sure how much it is. I don't, it may be free. I would doubt it. Because most of the ones I found were, you did have to pay something.
Yeah.
But, with the Red Cross, you probably couldn't go wrong, and it is online and all of that, so.
And all of that. The thing there is, I feel like with the Red Cross, if it's online, I feel like, if it's $50, $100, $150, whatever, right. I feel like that is money going towards the Red Cross that could possibly help with some other things. So to me, that is a really good I don't know. I think that would be the one I would choose, is to go through the Red Cross to get my certification.
Yep.
Just because I'm fairly certain that that money goes to good places.
Well, and not only that, it's going to be the right stuff. I mean, I don't think the Red Cross would be...
The right stuff meaning?
Sorry, the right information to properly give your animal first aid or CPR.
Yeah.
And all of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I would agree with you on that.
So, and yeah, I mean, you're probably kind of donating to a really good cause too.
Yeah. So we kind of like helping people out when we can. So,
yeah,
that always comes to my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even know that. And you're right. We talked about it, and I was kind of shocked at first. Then, bam, it made sense.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't the Red Cross offer that?
Right. It makes a ton of sense.
Yep.
So I was at first surprised, and excellent point. Yeah, of course they would.
Yeah.
So,
well, I envision. Let's see. I think I saw like some. Oh, it was years ago with Hurricane Katrina, and like.
Yep.
A house or a roof of a house with a dog standing on it. So, I mean, I think about that, and I mean, there's got to be so many pets that need help when they're out saving lives. Of two-legged folk.
Which, it makes me happy to know they're willing to rescue them as well.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. It's not like they're like, here, get them people out of there. Let's go. Let's leave the dog.
Yeah.
Leave the dog. He can drown.
Yeah, right? They're like, take it with. Come on.
Yeah, they're getting in their canoes or helicopters or whatever else they're using. And that is, to me, and that, again, I feel good about that.
Yeah.
That makes me feel good about paying the $100 for my certification. And you did mention, too, that that has to be renewed every year.
Yep, it's a yearly thing. I didn't find any other timeline for that. It's just something you kind of have to do every year. So,
well, and if you're doing it every year, it's typically required if you're in a facility, that wants you to have that certification. But, if you want to keep your own updated, just it's a yearly amount. And I'm going to check into that Red Cross.
Yeah.
One. That is very interesting to me.
I actually might also. I mean, I've got enough dogs. It's a smart thing to do. So, and I'm a panicker. So it'd probably be good.
You are not even, she's a nutcase. Okay, this isn't dogs.
Okay.
But when I was raising my 4 children, I worked night shift. And my son, Micah, cut his finger.
Oh yeah.
And Tori just came. I was sleeping on the couch because it was summer, so I wanted to be there for the kids and get a little nap in.
Yep.
Tori comes running into the living room, just screaming and panicking.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know what was wrong.
Right.
I was like, what is happening? And here comes Micah. He's holding his hand. Must have hit an artery. And there's blood like spurting out like a water gun.
It was everywhere. It was all over.
Tori was just panicking, and poor Mike is just standing there holding his hand. She's not getting him a cloth to wrap it in or anything. He's just like shooting blood all over the place while she's screaming.
I was inches away from that incident. I'm like, what? I mean, he sliced a whole length of his finger. And instantly started, oh my goodness, because we were, because we're smart and all, we were trying to cut glue sticks because they were the wrong size. So we're like, it's fine. We have this pocket knife here.
Well, the best time to use a sharp utensil is when your mom is asleep.
Right. Well,
Anyhow, so yeah, Tori's a panicker.
Yes.
And I think that panicking is a little bit of a result of not knowing.
Exactly.
What do you do? And so I think if you're prepared, you watch your, YouTube videos, get your training through Red Cross, whatever the case may be. When something happens, I think you're a little bit more, I'm not saying you aren't going to panic some.
Right.
But you're a little bit calmer because you do know what to do. And you do have your first aid kit ready. So you're just kind of a little more at ease
Right.
with what's happening, and you can deal with it head on.
Well, and in my defense, YouTube wasn't there, so I didn't know what to do. Okay, when there was blood squirting all over the house. He was very calm about it, though, and he's the one that got hurt. So, I mean, I remember you guys coming home, and he's like, I started crying instantly because I thought he was dying, of course. And he came in with his finger all wrapped up. He's like, it's okay, and gave me a hug. And I'm like, I thought you were going to die. He's like, I'm fine. So, hey.
Well.
So, yes, I feel like if I have the information, it'd probably be easier to handle it a little bit more calm.
Yeah.
But,
well, it's, and two, we aren't MacGyver.
No.
So we can't fix things with duct tape. We
And
need to have
clip.
a kit ready so we know how to handle it.
That's right.
Anyhow, so, yeah. Good idea to be prepared. It could save your dog's life, could help your vet handle things better and quicker when he sees a problem.
Yeah.
And so...
we recommend doing it. Do it.
Well, yeah. But what was the question that you read?
Is it worth it?
Is it worth it? Yeah. There you go. Is it worth it? We're going to say yes.
And, I just have to say for whoever, I'm sure they're not listening, but whoever wrote that question, give your dog to someone else. Okay? You shouldn't own a dog. Get out of here with that. Jeez.
Yeah. So, and, if you want some direction as far as finding some online training or in-person training, if you're more comfortable with that, you can always call your vet clinic and see if they have any direction for you, or a training professional might have an idea as well.
They might even have their own online thing. Who knows?
Online, or some people still like to do things in person that aren't 60 years old.
I sometimes do.
Yeah. Not everybody wants to do everything online.
Yeah.
So, do a little research, see if you can find classes for it. Your vet might, and actually maybe a vet clinic would do it. I don't know, but.
And they might even just show you. Who knows?
That's not a certification.
Well, at least you would know.
Right.
Just saying.
So, anyhow, just get your research done. Find the best place you can. On a smaller scale, if you just are doing it for your own information, there's always YouTube. You gotta love YouTube.
You do. It is so handy.
I have fixed many plumbing issues with YouTube.
Yeah.
So,
I wish I would have had that sooner, actually.
Yeah. The things I did when you were growing up with nothing more than my own brain.
And I appreciate it now that I'm an adult.
Yeah.
And I can see, this is handy. And, I can't imagine not being able to,
what's really great about the internet, which I know not everything on the internet is true.
Right.
I know this.
Yes.
But I can't even count how many times I've been having one-on-one time with your son, my grandson, Daytrick.
Yep.
And he'll ask me some off-the-wall question.
Yeah.
And I'll say, I don't know. Let's Google that.
Yep.
And as we're driving down Highway 59, we are Googling some outrageous question he has.
Very random stuff.
And I can now give him the answer.
Yeah.
With you guys, I had to say, I'm not sure.
Yep.
He thinks I know everything.
He does.
I know.
He does. He's like, he'll ask me something and I'll say the same thing. And he's like, well, we can ask Grandma. I'm like, she gets it from the same place I do, buddy. Okay.
So yeah, check the internet, see what you can find out there if you're just wanting the information for at home. For facilities out there, I think it's a great idea to have your staff certified in that.
Yep.
And
I think that gives a lot of people peace of mind.
And then they're not stupid.
Right? Intelligence is always best. Okay. It's lacking these days.
Yeah, I was trying not to say that.
I'll say it. I'll say it.
There are a few people lacking in intelligence, so use your brain, figure it out, and see what works best for you and your pets and family. You know, you can teach your kids that.
Yep. You know, actually, I should teach Daedric. He loves being involved in dog stuff, so.
Odds are the only people going to get in an accident at your house is you.
Probably.
He could save your life.
He could, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. The dogs are fine.
We're mostly worried about Tori.
It's been a problem forever, so.
Anyhow.
So, on that note, we've yacked on plenty long. And again, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and send us an email at realtalkdogtalk@yahoo.com, or you can comment down below. And don't forget to hit that follow button.
Right. And next time we will be talking about sizing your indoor kennels to your dog so you have the correct amount of space for them.
Yes.
And we want to thank you for joining us. We hope that you will be here for our next episode.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.